Hey everybody, it's me, Starla, just checking in here. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with my recovery, this is my spinal fusion L5S1 recovery video. I had a grade 1 or 2, kind of in the middle, unstable spondylolisthesis. And I had a fusion about 6.5 weeks ago. It was April 23rd. So there's been, I think the last video that I did was actually about 4.5 weeks. So there's been quite a few things that have happened. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys. I went to the doctor 5.5 weeks post-op. And I will show you the video, or actually the picture, the x-ray here in just a minute. But I was pretty worried about that appointment because I've been back to work since 4 weeks, 2 days post-op, but I was having quite a bit of pain. So I was a little bit worried about it because during my recovery, well actually the night after I had my surgery, I was kind of thrashing around. I was in a lot of pain and I felt a really loud pop. And I had mentioned it to the doctor. He didn't seem concerned, but I think that that's been weighing on me ever since that happened. So anyways, to my surprise, and I will show you this x-ray, to my surprise, my fusion at 5.5 weeks is 100% fused. Dr. Hubbard said that he had never clinically seen it, and, you know, textbook-wise, it's not supposed to be able to happen, but by the grace of God, it did. So I was really, really happy about that, and it really did help lift my spirits quite a bit. So show you this. So that is my new and improved back, and you can kind of see in between L5S1 all the white that's in there. It's actually supposed to be some gray in there, and it's actually the where they put in all the bone and stuff, it is completely healed together. So that was really good news. So I'm going to kind of backtrack here and just kind of talk about the weeks as they went along, because I know I've missed a little bit. So like I said, I went back to work 4 weeks, 2 days. I'm on really light duty. I think it's a 10-pound weight restriction, 10 or 15-pound weight restriction. No lifting, no bending, no twisting. So I've pretty much just been doing some charting in patients' charts. I've been answering the phone, you know, getting patients dressed, things like that. And luckily I work for a company who is really, really good at working with you in situations like this. So I'm pretty blessed for that. So the first week that I went back to work, in between week 4 and 5, was a little bit rough. I mean, I was getting out of bed okay, but I was still kind of stiff, a lot of pain. Felt like up underneath my sacrum, kind of pushing it out, and I think that's just from where it was fused together, and it's just trying to figure out, you know, how it's supposed to move and your posture and all that. So it does seem to be a little bit better. So seemed like I had a dull ache all day, but you know, I had taken the Tylenol 3 before I had the surgery. The Tylenol 3 did not really get rid of the pain, and it's actually doing pretty good now. Granted, not all day, but I can take it when I'm at work and, you know, actually feel pretty decent. So that's an improvement. So that was really it for week 5. There wasn't a whole lot to report. It was pretty uneventful, just me going to work, coming home, laying down. My husband pretty much took care of everything. So let's see, week 6, I already told you about the doctor's appointment. So whenever he told me that my fusion, or my surgery, it was 100% fused, I was really excited, but then my second thought was, well, why am I still in so much pain? You know, if you're 100% fused, shouldn't you be feeling great? And he said, no, absolutely not. He said, you know, he cut into all of my nerves, and he said that he promised me a good 3 months recovery, and that's what it was going to be. He didn't want me to talk about cutting down on any more pain medicine up until the 3-month appointment. So I was kind of concerned about the amount of pain medicine I'm on. I was on 15 milligrams oxycodone, and I was taking that every 4 hours, just about, unless I was at work. So, let's see, that has been cut into half, somewhere around half. I'm taking actually about 7.5 milligrams most of the time, and that takes care of it. So he said from there he was pretty happy with that. He wanted me to stay there until the 3 months, so that's what I'm going to do. He also wanted me to start physical therapy, and that's been kind of a time trying to get people to fax orders and all that stuff. So I'm actually not starting that until this week, this Friday, which will actually put me about 7.5 weeks post-op. So, and at that appointment, that 5.5 week appointment, he told me to start weaning myself off the brace, and I did not realize how hard that was going to be, to actually take myself out of the brace. I just thought, hey, I'll just take it off and be fine, but it wasn't like that at all. I had to literally, be in and out of it for the next several days, and even now, I'll still put it on, if I'm up doing a lot or really busy at work or something, because my back just gets fatigued really easy. It just gets worn out, almost like it just can't hold me up anymore. So since I'll say about 6 weeks, I've been out of the brace, and I'm feeling pretty good. So that's that. One point I wanted to make, our dishwasher broke, and I decided that I was going to wash some dishes one night. Don't do that. It's not a good idea, and I paid for it dearly. I was in a lot of pain after that, so I won't do dishes again. Up until this recovery is over, I'll be done with it for a while. Thankfully, our dishwasher is fixed now, so I don't have to deal with it. But it's just the point. So, another thing that the doctor told me that I wanted to kind of relay to you guys, I have been pretty concerned. I've got some numbness along the left side of my calf, kind of going around to the back of my calf. It doesn't affect my walking. I can still walk fine. The only thing it affects is just trying to shave. I'm afraid I'm going to nick it or something and cut myself. So I brought it up to him, and he said that the surgery recovery goes in 3 steps. The first step is your pain goes away, the pain that you had pre-op. The second thing is the post-op pain goes away, the surgical, the incision pain and all that. And then the very last thing to go is the nerve pain. And he described it as like a garden hose. If you pinch off a garden hose long enough, just because you unravel it and make it straight again, it's still kind of clamped down, and it takes a while before it fully gets back and inflated the way it's supposed to be. So I thought that made quite a bit of sense, because I just automatically assumed, you get the pressure off the nerves, they just pop back up and they're ready to go. But he said it could take, up to a year before that goes away. And I'm fine with that. I mean, like I said, I know there's a lot of people that have it worse off than I do, and my nerve pain is not that bad. So, let's see, that is pretty much it for week 6. I did start noticing in about week 6 that I would be going through the day and not thinking about pain. And that feels pretty good. If you guys have had anything like this before, you kind of know every single thought is around, your next pain medicine, or when you can have it, or how much you're hurting. And I was finding myself around week 6 really thinking about things other than pain. So that was a nice change. Still hurting, it's just an improvement.